Okay, you can do for all these 5 operations here. The one that you want to be careful is with the plus and equal sign again. Okay, so the plus equal, because this is also used to concatenate strings. Okay, so you can use that to do additions as well as concatenate strings, and if you're not careful, you get the wrong result. Okay, so you want to be careful with that one. So for example, let's just say if we go like again, a is 1, and we reset those 2 values to those ones. So what that means is that if I do a plus equal b, what should I get? A plus equal b, what should I get? 2, 3, 1. Get 2, right? Because a plus equal b is the same as saying a is equal to a plus b, right? So this is the same as saying a is equal to a plus b. Okay, so it's 1, a is 1, so b plus 1 is 1. So you get, now it's 3 because it was already converted to 2. Okay? And same thing if I do the minus, right? A minus b, that says a is equal to a minus b. In this case, it's going to get 0, right? Okay, so these are pretty straightforward. Now, if you happen to do something like this, if I say it happen to have like that. Okay, so once a string, what's a number, and we'll see what happens when we do this. What again is going to happen? 1, 1. Okay, right? So because one is a string character, one is a number, and because one of them is a character, one's a number, the engine will automatically converts everything into strings. Okay, so in this case, you have a 1, 1 instead of 2, and as you can see, the operator is still the same, plus the equal sign. So you want to be careful with that, and then if you ever want to do that first, before you even run this operation, you want to check to make sure a and b are both numbers, right? If they're not, then don't do it. Otherwise, you get a very different result. You get 11, and then because 11 is, you would think that's a string, and then if you compute the 11, the computer, the program also converts that automatically or implicitly into a number too. So it's very confusing, and you may not get what you expected. Okay, so what that means is like what I do was say if I do say c equals if I do like if I put 1 1, right, that's a string. But if I put like let's see what happens, c is equal to c times 2, you see that it turns into a number now. Okay, so if that's not what you want, then you may not get that result. What that means is, let me just do a little bit clearer. So a, what do we set this to? So assume you have that, and if you have like, let's just say c is equal to a, or if you do like c is equal to c, no, a is equal to a plus b. Okay, and you would think that should be 2, but it's not, right? And then you can say c is equal to, I don't know, 2 times a, and you expect that to be 4 because you think that that's 1 plus 1 should be 2, but it's not. And if you do that, you get 22 instead. So your result is completely different, and you get a very different result, or you never get the result you want, and you wonder why. Okay. So you always want to check, make sure. If you know for sure that they are numbers, then you're fine. If not, it's always safe to say if a is not a number, or is it a number, right? If a is not a number, it's not a number, then don't do the calculation, right? You can say, enter a valid number or something, right? Okay, so that's very confusing too. So just make sure you're aware of that. Only this one though. The others are not too much worry.